another ASMR video by Just Listen, your destination for relaxation. The other day I went into the shed, and I don't often go into the shed because, well, I used to go in there all the time and do woodworking projects and things like that. But then over winter something terrible happened. I went into the shed one day, opened up my metal toolbox where all my power tools are kept, and I discovered that the rain had somehow gotten into the shed, into the metal toolbox, and actually worked its way around the lid and all into all of my power tools, and so they were all rusted and ruined. So it was a few $100s worth of tools all destroyed, and also the timber that I had been keeping, a lot of that got wet as well, including timber that I had started to build into a musical instrument. This here is a portable cajon. Cajon is Spanish for box or carton, and a cajon is a musical instrument from Cuba. It's a wooden box. Normally you sit on a big wooden box and tap it with your hands, but this is a small wooden box which I'm going to install a snare in later. But for the time being, you can tap on the head. I think I'll keep this surface unfinished so that it has a nice abrasive sound when I run my fingers along it. So that's my travel cajon. Now, that wasn't the main thing that I was worried about in the shed. Actually, that didn't really get wet, but what did get wet, and what I was quite disappointed with, was this. You see, I had taken a number of wooden staves, little wooden planks, and I had started tuning them so that I could make a marimba. Now, if you don't know what a marimba is, just think of a xylophone, but with much larger wooden bars. Now, they have to be tuned, and you don't just tune one note, you have to tune it to several notes. Well, you double tune it so that you get your fundamental frequency that's the note that sounds when you hold onto it here and strike the middle. That's the main note that you're playing in. But not only is there that note, there's also this note. So when you hold the middle and strike here, that note has to be double the frequency of this note. Double the frequency means 1 octave higher. So if this note is meant to be a C3, then this note should be a C4. Now, there was one other note that you're supposed to tune to make it triple tuned, and that is, I think it's if you hold it somewhere like this. Yeah. That note. So if you tune it 3 times, but I kind of gave up triple tuning it, and I was just double tuning it. Now, why do we triple tune or double tune the bars of a marimba? It's because if all of those notes that you play are in tune with each other, or if they're in a simple ratio with each other, it gives the sound a very sweet, mellow, consonant character. So what I was doing to tune this stave, so I was sanding away this section here. And when you sand away the middle, that lowers the fundamental frequency. And when you sand away towards the sides here, that lowers that first harmonic, but it also lowers the fundamental frequency at the same time. And so you can understand that it would be a very slow process to try to tune both of those notes at the same time without overshooting one of them. So it starts off much higher pitched than you want, and you slowly take away material until you lower the pitch to your desired note. But once you go past that desired note, then it becomes kind of useless. The only thing you would be able to do with it once you go too low is to try and take it even lower so that it can be like the next note down, if you haven't already done the next note down. I had tuned about, I think, 4 of these staves. This was over a year ago. And then when I discovered that the water had leaked into the shed, it was sort of like I had been doing this project and then I realized that it had been destroyed, and it was just too disappointing for me to want to go back into the shed, because I didn't want to deal with the fact that a whole lot of my work had been ruined. But I took this piece out again, and now that it's summer, I think I might take all of it out and see if it dries out. The other thing you need to remember when there's water in the wood, that affects the tuning. You see, anything that makes the wood heavier is going to lower the pitch, and anything that makes the wood more pliable is also going to lower the pitch. So I believe that if this wood has water in it, that will lower the pitch, but then as the water dries, the pitch will rise. So what I'm going to do is I'll give all of these staves about a week outside in the sun to dry as much as possible, and then I won't try to fix the tuning on them until I've finished the rest of the staves and I can build my marimba. Now the marimba is played using a mallet that has wool around it, so it's sort of a soft strike. To make more videos in the future as I get further through the construction of the marimba. I'll catch you on the next video.